of impeachment against Governor FUBARA. Senior correspondent Uche Okoro joins me live from Port Harcourt. Uche, let's begin with the number of lawmakers that sat at plenary. You quoted 24. That number was 27 before. Part of the resolution is also that there will now be one sitting. Where are the other 4 lawmakers?
By 4, I want to believe you're referring to the 4 who, I don't know if I should speak in past tense now, who were or are on the other side. I don't know if I should speak in past tense, given the fact that a resolution has been reached between the governor and the former governor. But if you're referring to the other 4 lawmakers, they were not present at that sitting. But as to why it was just 24 lawmakers, you know that one of the lawmakers is not in the country, as I mentioned before, on health grounds, and then a number of the lawmakers were also absent. But the crux of the matter is that the 24 lawmakers who signed the impeachment notice on the 30th of October are incidentally the same set of lawmakers who also signed the withdrawal of that same signed the notice of withdrawal of those proceedings. So that's exactly what transpired today on the floor of the House, a makeshift legislative chamber, I should say, that is being held, that has been constituted at the House of Assembly quarters in Port Harcourt. 24 lawmakers today held their plenary at that location.
Well, the withdrawal of impeachment notice is perhaps the only condition on that list that has been fulfilled. Correct me if I'm wrong. We heard from the governor yesterday, passing a message that there is no price too big to pay for peace. But have you heard anything else as to withdrawal of the cases in court and also the funding of the House of Assembly?
In terms of the withdrawal of a certain case in court, I believe that by evening, I would rather hold my barrels till later in the day to talk about that. Though I'm getting some feelers that there is a development at one of the courts, but the picture is not very clear yet. But I think by evening we'll get a clearer picture. But talking about the executive, the part of the recommendation, part of the resolution, I recommended that the state governor should send the names of the resigned commissioners back to the assembly. He should also represent the budget to these majority lawmakers. That hasn't happened yet. We do not know when that's going to happen. Like you said, that the withdrawal of impeachment notice is the only aspect of that resolution that places a responsibility on the lawmakers. They have fulfilled their part, and as it stands now, they have, as it were, pass the ball to the executive to show some good faith and begin to also take action to implement the resolutions, their own part of the resolutions that came out of that agreement in that meeting in Abuja. But very importantly, I should also state that there's been a lot of speculation about the fact that those resolutions were forged. There's been a lot of speculation about the fact that signatures of certain persons were lifted from one document and moved to another document and so on. But today the speaker addressed those issues, and he said he was categorical in his statement by saying that the governor was present, physically present, and he signed, and that the former governor was also there and he signed. So I think that in a way that kind of addresses those speculations as to who was physically present and who was not, and who appended his signature and who didn't. So now, if there is any flesh still to those allegations, then it would have to come from the other side to discredit or refute what the Speaker, Martin Samehule, said today on the floor of the House.
The last time Edison was in the House, he was suspended. We look forward to see how that plays out in the coming days, particularly when you witness another plenary. Perhaps we'll be talking about that in another hour. Uche Okoro live for us.